Let there be peace and mind among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar. Welcome to such. Gabriel La Tendresse, maybe French name. La Tendresse. Gabriel. You see. Dear Papaji, today is my 4th day at satsang. I feel like if time is elastic, like I have been here for a long time. It is strange as I arrived only on 24th of July. A month and a half ago, I did not know that you exist. And I am now in Lucknow after reading your Inquiry Mind interview. Since my arrival, I understand that I have to shed my Tibetan Vedam practice. Vajra Yogini, as no practice is necessary beyond reconnecting with self. I feel that at one level this has already happened. What do you mean? I feel that at one level this has already happened. What do you mean by this?
Well, when you go on to explain, just that I feel like we touch and it touches self, but then mind and subject come back again. So it seems it's a process going on. So I feel.
So when it has happened, then how the mind interferes and brings doubt about the simplicity of the whole process. This is contradictory, isn't it? When it has happened, then where is the mind? This happening takes place when there is no mind, no intellect, no senses, no object, no subject, no samsara. Then this happening takes place. So when it took place, how can you have doubt about this happening? It has happened, okay? Now you start from this what has happened. When it happened, there was no mind, isn't it? So this has happened, and now there's no mind, no intellect. So you speak from this about this happening. When there's no mind, how can you forget and recollect. It is the mind that creates doubt and confusion and recollections. So when these are absent, then this is something else which is beyond mind. So you have to now proceed from here. If you say it has happened, I accept it.
But I felt it did happen. Like the fact that the questions maybe did not happen. No.
So you don't follow. I repeat again. When this has happened, there is no mind, isn't it? Maybe for instant of time, just a second, half of the second, half of the second. So this has happened. For that single instant, when there is no thought, no mind, no I, no my, no you, no they or them. Now you speak, proceed from this. Do you follow, or may I repeat again?
No.
It has happened, anything may have happened to you. You do not know, I do not know, nobody knows. To know something, you need mind, body, senses, understanding, which belong to the past. All what you think is past. This is not the past. This has happened for the first time after millions of years. So when the mind is not there, then why could you speak about the doubts? Mind is doubt itself. And mind was not present at the time of happening. So there is no mind, no intellect, no subject, no object, no experiencer, no experience. What about this instant now? Either it was intellectual understanding, not real understandings. Anyway, I read your letter. That's the mind interferes and brings doubt about the simplicity of the whole process. It is so simple that mind cannot understand this simplicity. So near, so dear, it's not far away to understand. When doubt is there, doubt belongs to the past, not this presence, you see. And it is so simple because you have not to practice, not to search anywhere else. It is here and now. Neither belongs to past, not present, not future. It has got nothing to do with the time. And time is mind. And mind creates confusion. So you can't understand it because it is so simple. It has to be simple. Freedom is simple. Enlightenment is so simple that you cannot accept it, because anything that you want to do, you want to be involved in difficulties. That's why you want to do something which is difficult. And when it is simple, so simple, you are not to think, not to make effort. Therefore, you can't accept this simplicity, which is your own ultimate nature. See. Questions. Papaji, when the process begins, is it irreversible? There is no process. I don't speak of process. I don't speak of any process. No process, no method, no practice. I thought that I would have been here for 10 days, but now there is nowhere to go until I return to Vancouver, Canada, at the end of August. Please tell me, with the whole process continued far away from you. So first that I will tell you later on, if this process can be continued when you get back to Vancouver. First let it happen here. And then I will see how you will forget it. It is not mental. It is the mind that can forget, because the mind, whatever it understands, stores it into the memory. That memory can forget, and there is no memory. You brought your memory here. When you will return, the memory will not be with you. You will have to leave your memories past. Memory belongs to the past graveyard. Memory is the graveyard. Isn't it? Any thought is memory. And can you think of anything that does not belong to the graveyard? Anything? Tell me. Can you think of anything that does not belong to the past?
Space. Space?
Yeah, presence, yes. So presence is not a thought. Presence is not a thought. And this presence does not belong to the present time. Also, remember, presence is presence, not even the word. And who's present now? Not the mind, not the thought, not the I. Then you will go to presence, you see. And if you have this experience of presence, how can you leave it behind in Lucknow and not carry to Canada? When you go, is presence not following you? Presence will not follow you to go to Vancouver. It has to. And what is this presence? Is it Gabriel?
No.
No. No name, no form. It alone is. Therefore, it is here and now. Wherever you go, presence has to be there. What do you suggest one does beside the inquiry mind of who am I? So this you have to inquire, who really you are. I, who am I? So where does this I arise from? Which is the source of I? You have to turn your mind towards it. I, where when you say the word I, you have been using the word I, everybody uses. No one knows where does it rise from. Now you find out the source of I. Find out the source of I. Source, not the I. Source of the I.
Space, infinite.
What do you say?
Space. It's like life.
Presence.
Space. Space. Space.
Space. Space is mind. You didn't follow, I repeat again. Source of the I. When I, the word is used, you speak I. Where does it rise from? I is space, I is thought, I is past.
Straight from the moment. From the moment.
Comes from?
From the moment.
Moment? The moment is thought. Moment is time, isn't it? Moment is time. This moment, that moment. This moment I was doing this thing, and that moment I will do this. So I told you, this is time, time is mind, mind is past, past is graveyard. Still you have not understood what I mean. The source of I, where the I rises from. You turn your face towards that, not towards the mind. Moment belongs to the mind. Many moments become time. So it is beyond time, see? So find out where the I is rising. You are still not doing it. You are thinking, therefore you can't do it. You are thinking, don't think, don't make effort. No effort, no thought. In between is the source of the I. So don't touch any effort, any method, any practice, and no effort. So when there is no effort, no thought, no mind, then what is there? Don't think, I said, you are thinking.
I've been spending 13 years of my training, so it's hard.
You don't follow. Here is effort and here is thinking. How I explain this thing. Thinking as you are thinking now. Don't think. How not to think? This is thinking. Remove it. Effort. I want to understand with practice, with any method. So remove this. What's left?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Then you are speaking of moments. What moment is left now? Nothing. Okay. Nothing is there now. No I also. This means emptiness, nothingness. When there is nothing, no I, no my, no mind, no effort. Now this nothing. Now speak from nothingness. What you have to speak from nothingness? This nothingness is the source of I. So when you return, the I is no more there. Now nothingness alone is there, which is another name of freedom, enlightenment, or moksha. When there is nothing in the mind, now you have to speak from nothingness. What do you see in nothingness?
I feel joy, but it's not. It's still I. I don't. I'm trying.
So,
I'm trying to try. So, no.
I feel I could do it for some time, but after that, I really don't know what to do. You have got nothing to do because effort you have taken away, and then time also has been removed. So no time, no effort. So then what you have got to do? You have got to do nothing. Before you have been doing something or the other for 35 million years. And somehow you had merits which brought you to this human incarnation. So human incarnation means only to know yourself. And he who does not know is not a human being yet. He is still an animal, some other species. So every human being has to realize, and if he does not, he will go back again to the next cycle for millions of years. So don't waste your time. And it doesn't take any effort, any moment, because the Atman is already there. And you have only to realize it, not by practice. Practice you need when you want to achieve something, gain something, but this is not a gain. It is already there. Only you are looking for something else to be happy, and when you get something, you cannot hold this happiness. It does not bring you happiness, it will add to your suffering. So happiness, peace, love is another name of emptiness. Also, I don't have the tradition of a master. I had always felt that I had an inner master, but not much history of a Sadguru in flesh. This is quite correct that you have an inner master. You have an inner master, that is the Atman. He is your master, teacher, but who tells you? Who has told you this? There must be a teacher in a physical form to remind you, I am within you as your master, without form, without name, because you don't understand it. Therefore, the same Atman, the same self, the same teacher, the inner master, the inner Sadguru, takes form, physical form, only to tell you, I am within you. And this master has always with you, but you are looking after something else. Therefore, you did not realize that no time to look within. So it is the physical teacher who tells you, no effort, no method, no thought. I am here, neither inside nor outside. And you are that. You are that. Do you understand the meaning of that? Not that. That. So if you know it, will this that will be left behind in Lucknow?
No.
No. This that will go along with you to Vancouver. Whole Vancouver is in this that. Whole universe is in this that. Because there is no time. It is real, immaculate, eternal. So when you realize I am that, you are free. And when you say I am this and that, you are bound. I feel gratitude in my heart, but the relation of son to father is quite new for me. Because this relation, no one knows. This father, no one knows. The father in physical form, the son in physical form, the mother in physical form, these relations everybody knows, even the pigs have these relations, the donkeys have these relations. So what more? You have to establish your relation obediently. We have to be grateful to this father. Turn your face to this father, whom you have never met. But the father is so gracious, invites people, those who are virtuous, those who are serious, sincere, obedient, not the rest. Those who are arrogant, the father doesn't call. You have to be grateful, very serious, sincere, obedient. And then the father is calling you with extended hands to hold you to its chest. But you are running away, finding other people to give you peace, and you are not going to get it. Can you say a few words of the role of the Guru when distance separated him? There is no separation. You are never separated, especially when the relationship is so new. I feel I am sitting in your heart, but it is so much a very new concept for me. Yes. It's a lucky concept, you see. May not be a concept, but you can call this concept a super concept, you see. I like to thank you for taking time every day with us. Please help me to ground myself in your heart and in the heart of the Mother Earth. Love, Gabriel. This is the relationship now. Chanta, who's Chanta? Chanta. Chanta. Your name is Chanta?
Yes, sometimes.
French?
French.
French?
Yes, means to song, to sing. Singer.
Dear Papaji, from my tender youth, I have always wanted to know the secret. I was telling myself always that I did not want to die stupid. I want to understand. At what age did you want to know the secret? What was your age?
When I was 6, 7, 8.
8. Where did you hear from about this word secret? Who told you this is a secret?
I was thinking it's a secret because I was looking some adult and looking at the people. I just saw some people with good art, but not everyone, and I was really touched to understand how those people could be really good and also people were not.
Very good. Very few people in that age could look after this secret, you see. So you are already blessed person, isn't it? Where do you belong to?
I belong from France, and I was educated by my grandfather and grandmother, and they were really they were spiritual people, but they don't go to church, but they did. They were really good, but they don't go to church or things like that. Nothing external, but internal.
Yes, if you go to the church, they create fear in your mind. Any church, any priest, any religion creates a fear in your mind. What fear is that? If you do as I say, you will go to heaven, and if you don't, hell. So this fear is given when you go to the church. And those who don't go to any church, at least they don't have this fear of hell or heaven. And this heaven they promise after death, isn't it? Not before death. So who knows? Neither this priest will be there to tell you, nor you will be there. So after that, we should not believe in things after death. Why not to have it here and now? So this promise is not from the church, you see. This is a promise of your own Atman. Religion has got nothing to do with this. Religions give fear of death, promise of hell and heaven after death. So why not to try before you die, here and now? Not tomorrow, not day after, now itself. And you have to just spend just a moment, instant of time, and find out who you are. Then all the heavens with the gods will come and bow down before you. You have to just spend one instant of time. Now, today, in this satsang. Not doing anything, any method, no practice. Not even thinking. Later on, I became interested in various spiritual paths that have delayed the process, you see. This various spiritual, any path is delaying, you see. You need a path. You have come from France?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I'm not in Paris. I'm from France, but I live in Canada now.
Okay. Any place you have come, you needed a path to come to Lucknow. Plane, train, surface. Is it? Why? Because you wanted to come here. So to find your own self, what path do you adopt to go? To go to your own self, how far self located from you? How far is your self from you? How far is your self located from you? This is the question.
Is there?
Huh?
Is there?
Is
There?
here or there? Is
Here.
here. Is here. Is here.
Yes.
So should you take a train or a plane to go to this here? To reach this here, will you have to board a plane?
I came by train to come here. It took me
No,
years
it is
and
very,
years.
it is very simple.
Years and years, you know. Years and years of pain and suffering, I think.
To go to there, you need a plane or a train, not to stay here. Where is your here? Where is your here? In the foot or hand in the hand, where is this here? Up or down? Right or left? North or south? East or west? Tell me, where is this here? Huh?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yes. So when this is excellent. When you know it is everywhere, then you don't need to board a plane. It is everywhere. And this everywhere means me, I. Yes. I am everywhere, you see. I am everywhere. That's all. I am, this I am, it's not that which you have been using before. I am body, and this is me, this is you. This here is not that. Something else now. This I am is something else. I am that I am. I am all I am. Everything is located in this I am. And this is not to understand, not to practice. It comes or it doesn't come. Rare is a person who knows I am that I am. Very rare phenomena who can accept, which is reality itself, that I am. Very few people will know it, not understand. If you try to understand, you are misled. Don't try to understand. This is excellent. Who shrugged now? You tell me. Who shrugged? Inner happiness, you see. Finally, I found my place in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition and started to study, practice intensively, meditating, doing retreats, sadhanas, and practice with the Vedam. I always try to do my best and to be a good practitioner, feeling sometimes guilty when I neglect my practices. So that has of course paid you. Your longing, not practice. Your longing to practice, to achieve something else. That has paid you, not the practices. Not the practices, no practices. To be yourself, you don't need any practice. You practice to gain something else, to be something else. For that, you have to practice. Suppose somebody wants to be a doctor, he has to practice, go join a medical college, spend 7 years there, and then become a doctor. For that, you need a practice for your livelihood. But to be as you are, you have got nothing to do.
Nobody told me that.
Nobody tells you because this is a secret. Nobody can tell you. He who has not. Who can tell? First of all, he must know it, then he will tell the truth. Otherwise, everybody will tell you to do this, to do that, to become a teacher. He has to tell you something, isn't it? To become a teacher and you student, he must tell you to do something. If he doesn't say anything, how can you accept him as a teacher? And how can the teacher accept you as a student? The teacher must show you some superiority and he will tell you, you brush my shoes, you go to market and bring me this, and obediently you do it, and you are happy also. You are very happy because there was a father, he had a son, so he wanted to admit his son to the school, and he saw the teacher was taking bath at the well at that time, and the students were drawing water from the well and then rubbing, massaging, applying soap and oil on the body of the master. And then the father says, look, there is the teacher and he is having bath. And then he said, who are the others? Students. They are doing massage to the teacher and drawing water from the well to give bath to the teacher. Then the student says, I will prefer to be a teacher. Even this child who doesn't know the relation of a teacher, he also likes to do something and get something from others. Therefore, these students, nobody wants to become a student. Everybody wants to become a teacher. So this kind of teachers you must have seen in the Europe. Not knowing anything, like this boy, simply became teacher without becoming a student. You see. So these kind of teachers are available in West, in America, and whole universe. This kind of teachers are available. Those who have never been students, never lived with the Guru at all, reading some book, they understood some book, and then they have become the teachers. All of the teachers which are available in the West, ask them, who's your teacher? They don't say anything. They say, we have studied ourselves and we got realization from the book. Is the realization belongs to any book? Just like when you are hungry, you go to the restaurant and the bearer gives you a menu in the hand, so many dishes, Then licking the menu, are you happy? Because so many dishes are there, you lick and walk out of the restaurant. Will you remove the hunger like this thing? No, it won't do. You have to eat the food. Eat the food, then your hunger will go. Like this, you have to be with the teacher, and then he will tell you the secret. This secret, which is not found in the book. No book contains this secret. They speak about the secret. And you can't get any secret from the book. There are millions and billions of books available in the book libraries, you see. Nobody can be enlightened with the books, you see. You have to be with the living Guru. He can tell you the secret with no time, with no interest, you see. I always try to do my best and be a good practitioner. So you have been trying, must have been very serious to try. So here when you meet the teacher, he says, do not try. Anything to get out of these trials is not real. Real is already here without any trying any trials. So what you try, you will get something that will be from the past. Any trial you make, you are getting something which already was there before your trial commenced. So this doesn't need trial, otherwise the freedom will be under trials. Depending on the trials, it is independent. It doesn't need to be tried. It doesn't know any trial. If you forget this, your urge to try anything, don't try. This trying means postponing for tomorrow or next year. Don't try. The mind is cheating you in all the trials. Therefore, don't listen to the mind, don't try. Keep quiet. And instantly you will see who you are without trying. Freedom doesn't depend upon your trials. I have always been a very good practitioner, feeling sometimes guilty when I neglect my practices. You should not neglect. You should not neglect this thing. And you have neglected for millions of years. Now is not the time to neglect it. I thought I had some experiences and glimpses of emptiness of the self, but these experiences never last. After a period, they vanish. So anything that you get out of the experience or any glimpse, this is going to be not a real one, is going to be intellectual experience. The mind has befooled you. You do this experience and then you will have this glimpse of emptiness. This is the suggestion from the mind, don't listen. Anything that you have experienced, first of all, this cannot be experienced. For any experience, you need experiencer and the experienced. Subject-object relation, neither subject nor object. And no experience. No experience. And no glimpse also. No glimpse, it is already there. Because of that, I had often doubts, seeing the people around me on the same path, not changing. Nobody has changed. Nobody has changed ever. By any practice, by any path, by any method, by any sadhana, no one has changed. But sadhana will continue. First of all, when Buddha left his palace, he had no guru. So he wanted to be free. This urge was there in him. He left the palace, left his wife, left her son. So went to 19 ashrams, you see, one after the other. And they all were suggesting him, do this practice and do that. But then there were people who were quite old, around 70s, 80s, continuing the practice, but no outcome of the practice. So he rejected. So he said, this is not the way. This is not what I am searching. Went to the next one. The next one, they were doing very rigorous penances. I don't think you have done that. You don't mention in your letter. He saw people are hanging on the trees upside down. Feet tied to the branch of a tree and hanging like monkeys, folded hands and chanting the name of God. Then they invited him, the teacher was sitting quietly under the root and asking them to this practice, and he will give food into their mouth once in a day. I said, maybe true. Penance is very hard, very rigid. But then what is the outcome? Am I going to become a monkey? Yet with all these people, we have been monkeys also. One of the species is a monkey. 8.4 millions of species we have passed through. Now we are human beings. Why to hang on the trees? Just to be free, hang on the tree has got nothing to do, neither tree, nor monkey, nor hanging. Has got nothing to do. This is not the thing I want. So he went on rejecting all the ashrams of the country. Quite rejected everything. Everything is rejected. What he wanted is not in sight yet. So he comes to Bodh Gaya, sat under a tree, rejected everything, quietly sat for a few days and found it. No practice, simply sitting quiet, not teaching, not talking. Then it was Ananda who was taking care of this master. Asked him, Master, what is your experience? He kept quiet. Again he asked, he kept quiet. How to explain this experience? Even Buddha was quiet. But of course he tried to explain, describe what it was so that the whole world be happy. For that reason he left his palace by sun, diamonds, elephants, so that he could help the people. But he can't describe. So after this experience, at the age of 29, he got this experience up to the 80 years, you see. So 50 years he spent day and night to describe, yet not described. So this cannot be described. He found something, it doesn't belong to description. It is a very sacred secret. And this secrecy will remain a secret. No one ever has described it. The most ancient book also declares very correctly about this point. Neither this nor that. This is the Vedas description of that. Neither this nor that. This is the best description which I would like to see. The doubts, seeing the people around me on the same path not changing that much after so many years of practice and having always pain, suffering, I was questioning to myself why and for how many more years or lives even that had to go on before reaching liberation. So this question will be only solved if you have a luck to meet a master. He will remove your doubts, you see. And these many years of lives, he will explain to you how many years takes a man to realize himself. He removes this doubt of even incarnations. The perfect teacher will remove this doubt. That is for the people who have doubts, whose minds are not clear. For them, this theory is given to them. You have to incarnate again and again till you are free. But to a man who is really wise, so goes to the perfect teacher, he clears this doubt that there ever has been incarnation at all. It was a cheating of the mind. And those people who are less sharp, for them this theory is given to them so that they may make use of their human birth. Otherwise, they show this, that for millions, 8 million species you have to pass through, spending 35 million years. So this is advice to them who have less understanding. But the wise one, when he meets the teacher, his mind becomes very clear about this thing, and he instantly understands that I had been free all along. How can Atman reincarnate? This is for those who are dreaming. In the dreaming also, you create a world, create a universe, you see mountains, you see rivers, you see forests, you see animals, you see men, and you are related to each other. But this was your projection of mind. All this is a projection of mind. Means you think that the people are there, so they are there. This is in the dream. But when you wake up, where are those mountains and where are those people and where their relations, you see? It was only projection of the mind. So this projection of the mind can be rest aside with the perfect teacher, you see. So this question was asked by one student to his perfect teacher about this universe. Where does this universe arise from? This is the question of the student to his teacher. The teacher kept quiet. He said, sometimes I will reply you, this is not the time. So one day they were going into the forest. It was sunny day, very hot. The teacher sat down under the tree and asked his student, I am very fatigued. I sit under the shade, and this river, which was very close, maybe about 20 yards from this tree, I sit down here, you take this pot of water and get from the river. I settle down here. So this young boy goes to the river. Another girl came from the village to fetch water from the river. He looks at the girl, falls in love with her. And his pot is in the water. Looks at the girl, forgot the teacher and forgot everything, forgot the water. Fell in love with the girl and proposed the marriage. And she said, we don't do marriage ourselves. Our parents have to arrange our marriages, not in the West. See a girl in the coffee house and she's your wife. You take her home. This doesn't happen in India. Even today, the parents have to look after. Even the Even the boys are grown up, maybe 25, 30, and they have completed their education. Some are doctors, some are engineers, some are businessmen, yet they depend upon the parents because parents have got some experience of marriage. Therefore, they have to select. They have to select the bride for them and the wife to their son and a husband to their daughter. So this has never happened, even today. So she said, I like you. You are a beautiful young boy, but you come with me. We are the owner of this village, and I will show you at a distance my father. Then I will not come with you. I'll go back home. He's sitting in front of the house under the tree, discussing with his tillers who are tilling our fields. So she went, and from the back door she was looking what happens. So this boy asked the father, I have seen your girl at the river bank and I want to marry your daughter. Then he says, he asked about his qualifications, and then he says, I have studied medicine, theology, psychology, and astronomy, astrology. I have complete knowledge of the Vedas. And the father asked some questions also, and he replied very well. Very sharp, very intellectual, very handsome, young boy, around 23, 24. Daughter is 20 years. So says the good relations, he says, I like you. You are very fit son-in-law, but then there's one condition. That condition is, I have only one daughter and I am very much attached with her. So if you marry, you can't take her away. You have to be here in our house. Then I will write all the properties on your name. This village belongs to me. These fields all around belong to me. So this boy accepted it. So he stays there. For about 3-4 years, he had a son out of this wife. Parents are slowly getting old. Maybe after 15 years, the father died. Mother also died. Mother-in-law died. Now he is the owner of the whole land, this village, taking good care of the tillers. The crops are very nice and enjoying life. Got another child, this time a daughter. 2 children he has. So once there was a flood in the river. The river is full beyond the danger level. Rising, reaches the village. Reaching the village now. The waters are slowly rising up. So the current is very fast. Everything, all the cattle are being washed away. Cattle are gone. All his relations and tillers, farmers, washed away. He is holding the hand of his wife, and one child on the shoulder, other on the other hand. So still the water is neck deep. The little one fell from the shoulder into the water. He goes to catch hold of this child. So the wife slipped away with the hand. Wife also gone. Now he has to look after the child. The other child also is in the water. He is helping this side to whom to catch. 2 children, 1 wife. Now the water is above his head. He himself is now being drowned. Who cares for wife, son, daughter when he himself is in trouble? Now water is receding. All the water has come back to its normal level. So after about 22 years, he has enjoyed this life, being the landlord, having fields, having cows, everything is lost. Now he sits down with his hand on the chin, resting his head on the hand, thinking of the loss of everything. There comes the teacher to look why he is delaying. So the teacher from behind patted on his shoulder, "My dear son, why don't you fetch the water out of the... What are you thinking? I was waiting and just... It was here, you could have come in a minute, and you are for 5 minutes, you are... What are you doing? What are you thinking?" You are seeing the teacher is confused. Thinking. Then what? This is the pot of water you had. Take it out, I was waiting. "Master, what about my wife, my son, my daughter, my village? What happened?" You remember you asked me, "What is this universe?" And I told you, I will answer you. This was the time to tell you practically so that you understand. This was your projection of mind. Oh my love. Prostrated before the teacher. Now he practically understood. What are these incarnations? What are these relations? Prostrated before him, bowed down before him, he was very clear about this projection. So this creation is your projection of mind. Everything that you see is projection of your mind. This samsara, this time, past, present, future, space, sun, moon, stars, projection of your mind. How to start? Don't think. Instantly, this is finished. You come to waking stage. When you dream, you see all these things, relations. When you wake up, where are those relations? Like this, when you wake up, still you are dreaming. When you see a form, name, this is dream. And what is the waking up state? When there is no name, no form. Then you will wake up. So this is why and for how many more years I have yet to go on practicing to reach this liberation. Have you understood this story now? Yeah. So this concept of liberation, bondage, were projection of the mind. So if you don't project, liberation and freedom is a concept of the mind. There is neither freedom nor bondage. Who told you you are bound? The mind had deceived you. You have no chains on your hand and no fetters on your legs and no prison. Simply you say you are a prisoner and then you are bound. This you must have been told by the priest or by parents, not yourself. This is not your understanding, you see. Also, I had another idea that maybe nothing was needed to do. And this is the right thing. Right? This is very correct and I accept it, you see. But the idea of helping all sentiments, sentient beings, and the practice were very strong, yes. So to help these sentient beings and the practice, this was very strong. But then when you wake up, these sentient beings that you are going to help, supposing in the dream, some people, you are the teacher, you are giving them freedom, and all these people come to you. Some come, some don't come. Those who come, they are liberated. Maybe 20, 30, 40, 50. That's all. The people will come to the teacher. Can be very few. Out of 6 billion people tonight, how many you are here wanting freedom? So like this, you were a teacher. Mind you, in the dream, you had students. Few of them are enlightened. The others, those who have not attended your satsang, they are still bound. They are bound and suffering, enjoying. But these people are making practice, sitting in meditation and doing what you are telling them. At that time, you wake up. You wake up. And now, you are feeling for these people who are not attending your satsang and are suffering. How will you render help to them, those who are still suffering? And where are those who are liberated? What will you do with them? The liberators are free. They want freedom. You are happy in the dream. But when you wake up, how about the suffering humanity, those who are not enlightened? What will you do? What help will you render to them when you are awake? Your dream is finished. You remember only. Everybody remembers the dream. Oh, what about these people? I have not helped them. What are you going to do? Tell me now.
I will do nothing now.
Huh? Yes, when you wake up, you don't care where are others. Your dream is over. When your dream is over, all those suffering people are also free of suffering. Last year, I met a Losden master in Tibetan Buddhist tradition. These teachings are the ultimate step. He was talking about the presence and to become a mirror and relax and about here and now. My perspective, my perspectives, or what is this? Perspectives, no? Perspectives started to change at that point. To be present was more important than practice and practice. So now you decided to give up practice, isn't it? So practice needed mind, body, intellect to practice. Now when you decide that no more practice is needed to be present, so you change now, you come to some other point where no practice is needed. Like the mirror, as is suggested by this Dosen master.
Yeah, he said you have to be the mirror who reflects everything, and that's it. So,
you have to be the mirror and reflect everything. That's it.
You have to be like a mirror.
And reflect everything.
Like
a mirror and reflect everything.
So I don't agree here, because when you have a mirror in front of you, you are seeing your reflection, no?
Yeah.
Huh? So he advised you keep the mirror and be purified like the mirror. And when I remove the mirror, where this reflection has gone to? You are seeing yourself, no? Seeing yourself in the mirror, and I remove the mirror, where your reflection has gone.
Okay.
Return back to you, isn't it? So he advised you to keep the mirror in front and go on looking your reflection. So when you come to me, I remove the mirror. What will you see? Now, I have removed that mirror which he has given you to purify like the mirror. Yes. Again, when the mirror is in your hand, and when the dust alights on the mirror, you can't see your reflection. Now you go on wiping the mirror. Because you have got the mirror in hand, you have to dust it out every day to see your reflection. So that's what he told you. This is another practice, to keep the mirror and wiping the dust every day. Why to keep the mirror? If there's no mirror, there's no dust on the mirror. And this mirror is yet your mind. Don't be fooled by the mirror. Remove this mirror, there will be no dust. And if there's no dust, then there's no mind, no reflection. When everything is rejected, you will see who you are without the mirror, without practice. A year ago, I decided to come to India to visit Ladakh and Dharamsala. One month before leaving Canada, I read your interview in the Inquiry Mind. I was deeply touched. That's it. So I decided to go to you to see you at the end of my trip. When I arrived at Delhi, I tried 3 times without success to go to Ladakh. But the bad weather did not allow the plane to land. I tried by road, but again I was unsuccessful. I had to stop at Kulu. I went to Dharamsala because of Dalai Lama, but surprisingly, I didn't find anything there. I realized that I had been on a sentimental journey, related to my past. So now you realize that this was a sentimental journey. Our journeys are related in the past.
Yeah, it was really difficult to realize that. To be in Dharamsala and to feel nothing there. So that's really to accept that.
So something within you has helped you for your strong longing. And then you must have seen in Dharamsala how many people did you speak to who are enlightened.
Yeah, I was really, I just want to mention something. We went to the huge monastery in Dharamsala, and I saw a lot of monks sitting, I don't know how many, maybe 500, and they were sitting and they were shutting and laughing and doing nothing. And I was thinking I will find some kind of spirituality there, but I was thinking, but they are like me. They are not enlightened. So what am I doing here? So what's really painful?
Everywhere, all the ashrams, all the centers of the world are running from centuries, generations, you see. But what is the product? You must see the product, you see, not the bricks of the ashram. They have nothing to do with this liberation. You must see what is the product of the ashram. You see. You go to very big ashrams in India also, but who's there, who's enlightened? When the teacher goes, after that, there is a fight between the disciples. Every ashram I've seen, fight. Very big ashram in Rishikesh, Kali Kamliwala ashram. Whole town belongs to them. And right from Rishikesh up to Badri Kedar, they have dharamsalas made, built there. Free food was available. Still they continue. And I saw this Swami myself about 60 years ago. He passed away, Kali Kamliwala. He was a very social reformer. Social reformer is something else than a realized person. So all the ashrams, of course, they are good for social reforms and conducting meditation classes and spreading, publishing books. So many ashrams have now started this business, publications, and then medicines they're selling, herbal medicines and so on. But if you go there, there's a talk of medicines and some yogic classes. Some traditional ashrams are also there, giving very good yogic practices. May be good, I don't deny, but I am speaking on freedom. Who has been free through yogic exercises? Of course, the yogic exercises can help you to bilocate, multilocate, even sit in the air. I accept it, they can do it. But this is not freedom. Sitting in the air, haripulation like this thing, elevation. In the air, you can sit, but every crow is in the air. What if you can raise above the ground? It is not freedom. Yeah. My only choice was to come right away to Lucknow. Since being here, I feel like a fish at the end of the line. I am not afraid. I feel the fisherman is returning me to the ocean. Please, Papaji, help me to remove my doubts. My feeling of unworthiness put me in your heart. You look so happy, so quiet, that I wonder how could I be like that? Is it possible for me? From the depth of my heart, Papaji, please show me the self. I am ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you mean by this?
Because you said, Papaji, it's in 6 seconds you could be free.
What?
You said it was possible to be free in 6 seconds. 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Huh?
You said it takes 6 seconds to be free.
What's it?
6 seconds it takes to be free, you have said.
6 seconds.
Yes, she says that.
1, 2, no, that's too much. I never said 6 seconds. I never said 6 seconds. Because I said, perhaps I say 1 second, but Kabir says, एक घड़ी आदि से पुनियाद संगत की जो किसी साध की कोट कटे अपराध. So Kabir even says like this thing. A second, half of the second, half of the half second is enough for freedom. Kabir also was an enlightened man. He didn't read a book. He was an illiterate person. But he was free. He was a free man. Therefore, he says you don't need to spend any time for freedom. And about the fish, at the end of the line also, Kabir says, it is wonderful, I think. So I will translate it to English. He says, in his own language, जिमी जल में नीमीन प्यासी मुझे मुड़ मुड़ आवे हासी. So this was a Magdi language in which he used to speak. He says, fish is in the river. Fish is in the river. And I stand on the bank of the river. I hear the fish is crying that I am thirsty, help, and I laugh again and again. Do you understand the meaning? The fish in the water is crying, is thirsty, in the river, mind you. The fish is thirsty in the river. And when I say, the fish is crying, I am thirsty, what will happen to the fish? She needs water. This is her life. And when she opens the mouth in the river, I am thirsty. Already the water is there. That means she is not thirsty. No fish can be thirsty in the river. But everybody is crying, I am thirsty, I am thirsty. So what can I do? I laugh and laugh and laugh. So, like these fishes, 6 billion fishes tonight are crying, we are bound, we are bound, we are bound. In the ocean of freedom, emptiness, love, beauty, they say, we are suffering, and Kabir laughs. He only laughs when people say, come to him, we are suffering. He laughs. Who is suffering? He doesn't understand where is the suffering in your mind, in your heart. You simply cry you are suffering. So simply you are joking that you suffer. And Kabir is laughing. Laughing. Because they are suffering, they have not gone to the teacher. Many people used to come to attend his satsang in Kabir Chaura, Varanasi. Maybe 500 people every day attending this satsang at the bank of the Ganga, where he lived as a weaver. He belonged to a weaver community, Muslim. So one day his daughter, named Kamali, 7-year-old, she said, Papa, why all these people come to you at 4 a.m. every day? They say, for liberation, for freedom, for moksha. Otherwise, for what for they should wake up in the morning? No, Papa, I am not going to accept. 500 people in just one town come for freedom. Maybe some other reason. So she didn't agree with his father. But she was a very naughty girl and Kabir knew it. So next day, Kabir is waiting, sitting, having rosary in hand, and then waiting for the people. No one turned up. And he went out of the Satsang Bhavan, inquired why the people have not come today. So he found his daughter standing at the gate. He says, Kamali, why the people have not come today? Papa, he asked you, nobody comes for freedom. Then what for they come in the morning? Whole city is sleeping and they wake up at 4 a.m. and they have arrived here every day. What else it could be? Father, I tell you, today I told them, my daddy will first interview a man and then call in to attend the satsang. So, first batch of 10 people, they came. So I told today, my father wanted you to interview, then sit for satsang. So here is a log of wood which she has kept in front of the gate and a big butcher knife, chopper. It's very sharp. All night I have been sharpening it. It's very sharp. You lie down, I will cut your head and show to my father inside, and if he accepts you, you will go in. And then the first batch of 10 people, no, we just came to have blessing from your father, because there is an alliance for our daughter, and the boy has given time today, so we have to prepare the boy and the family who are coming to see my daughter, and these are my relations, some uncles, some brothers and others. So we came to have the blessing. Anyway, we prostrate before at the gate and go. Other batch comes. They say, we have a court case today. So for that reason we have to go to see the pleader and prepare the papers and go to the court. For that reason we came here to attend satsang first and then we go to the court. Anyway, you see the best of this gate and wear and go there. So the third party, they wanted to buy a house, very good house in Indranagar, available at cheap price, because the father had died and the wife had to sell this property to educate the son. So those people also came just for financial aid and then have the seeking. The wife also came, son also came, other relations. We have come here so that we fetch the best price, because this house is in front of Satsang Bhavan. So we want your blessing. Like this, everybody has some reason or the other. Nobody came for Satsang Bhavan. She was not going to cut your throat, just to test. So he says, Father, I told you nobody comes for freedom. Otherwise, what is the price of the head? If even the head is cut, you are not to be born again. Otherwise, if your head is not cut, you will be born, you have been having birth after birth, several generations you have passed. So if the freedom is available, even at giving the head at the place of teacher, it is very cheap bargain. Immediately strike this bargain. Otherwise, you will repent. Time is fast approaching. And what is this? Chopping the head means arrogance, your ego, your self-interest. So you have to keep aside this self-interest, also arrogance, also ego. Then attend the satsang. Then you are liberated. So having visited Ladakh, Dharamsala, you have chosen this without ego, without arrogance, you are here. Good. Good.
Thank you.
A very lucky person.
I know the secret.
Huh?
I know the secret.
You know this?
Yeah.
Oh, I have never given this secret to anyone.
I will keep quiet.
You will keep quiet. You will not tell the secret. Nobody tells me. Some few people have told, I found out your secret. Why you are happy, why you are enjoying, why you are laughing. We have found the secret. When I tell them to come to my residence and tell in my ear, what is the secret? And they say, we forgot it. We can't describe it. So I will try on her also, if she can describe what is the secret. Right? Finish. This is the secret. Yes. I will ask someone to celebrate your knowing the secret. Some people have to celebrate. We all will celebrate. Where is the person who say, I have known this secret? I get very happy with that person. So you sit here, we all celebrate your something, okay? And sure. Yeah. Sure. So yesterday I was asking you about this person in Colorado. It was not that name which I told you yesterday night. It is Susan. You know Susan? Huh?
Yes, that is a different name. That's a different name.
Yes, yes. Which is the Susan? You know?
Yes. Yes, just briefly. Just 2 times I have met.
2 times you have met.
Yes.
She belongs to Boulder or something?
Yes.
I see. Because she gives my name is Susan, address, Wine Place, Boulder, Wine Place. Quite near to your place?
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you because she writes. Dear Papaji, I don't know why I am writing to you about I am going to do it anyway. I don't know why I am writing to you, but I am going to do anyway. I don't know what I will write, but I know that no matter what I write, it is meaningless anyway. Even meaningless is meaningless. What an experience. I don't know what to write because it cannot be expressed in words. It cannot even be expressed by talking. It can't even be expressed. It just is. And even you have to listen. What are you enjoying? Listen this. Even is meaningless. Even is meaningless. And any concept that I may use to describe it is only just a concept which has no meaning. So how can I communicate to you what I want to communicate? I already have it, and it wasn't even communicated. It doesn't even need to be communicated, and it isn't even I or you. It isn't even necessary for you to read this letter. Nothing is nothing, and even nothing is meaningless. I would like you to write to me back. Why? I do not know the reason. I have no idea what I would want you to say, because nothing needs to be said. Of course, even this is meaningless. Everything is nothing, and nothing is everything. My name is Susan. My address is Wine Place, Boulder, Colorado. Then again. Dear Papaji, why I am writing to you again? Why? I do not know, but yet I know. Yet I do know, however, how I know I don't know. I can't eat, I cannot eat, I cannot sleep. I don't want to eat or even sleep. I have no hunger anymore. I can't sleep because of so many thoughts that aren't even thoughts. I want to wake everybody up. I want everybody to remember. I want to travel around the world, reminding everyone that they forgot. The joke is that they haven't even forgotten. They know, but they don't know that they know. Yeah, very good. And it is not even to know. I don't know who is writing this letter. I want to tell you that I will wake them up and that your physical body can die now. I am here. I will tell them all the truth, and this time they will listen, and it won't be with their ears. Yesterday, I gave satsang. It just poured out from my heart. And he listened. He will remind others. Maybe I didn't even choose to do this satsang. It happened. And I don't know who even was the one who is doing this satsang. But of course, this is meaningless. Anyway, all of this is meaningless. I saw the light in him, but there was no light and no seer. The man on the bus also, and the woman who stopped to ask if I needed to ride while I was walking. This, by the way, has never happened before to me in whole of USA. In Ireland, yes, but never here in the USA. Has anyone ever stopped any person to ask if I needed a ride? It's all happening very fast, so many memories, but I want to come to India to see you, even though I already know you. I already know you. Very nice. I want you to remind me of everything which this one, which of course is nothing. By the way, I don't want a new name because I am nameless. Anyway, so whatever I call myself is nothing anyway. I will come to Lucknow, but I don't know when. I want you to tell me when, but I don't want you to tell me in a letter. Actually, you don't need to tell anything because I will know how. I do not know. I don't know who is writing this letter, but it is all meaningless. Anyway, I don't know who I am, and this is meaningless. I am nothing. I am I. It's so nice to be home, even though I never really left my home. Sue is slowly but quickly dying. When she dies completely, then I will be able to remind everyone. That's all. Everyone, I think this. Great. You don't sit and try. Chalo. I had planned to leave yesterday, but I have made the decision to stay in Lucknow until I return to England in 1 month's time. I had no idea that I would feel so at home here, and make so many friends, but I am not staying for social reasons. I am burning to be free, and I am taking this time very seriously. Who is Richard? Richard? I see. That was Pan. Registered Pan is somebody else. No? So you are from England?
Yes.
England.
Yes.
I see. I spent first week weeping a lot, especially during satsang. I don't know what it was about. Perhaps a deep healing could take place in this atmosphere of love, which emanates from you. The other thing which has happened here is that I seem to have created situations which I am made very aware of my patterns. Patterns of attachment. The trouble is that I don't know how to free myself from them. Should I meditate more or do japa? Please give me a kick and advise me how best to use this remaining time here with you to find my true nature. I think, Mr. Richard, it would have been very clear to you in this satsang, speaking to this girl and another person who was here. Yes, it would have been very clear now. How will you have to stay at home? It has been described.
Yes, it has. Our stories are quite similar.
Similar is very good. If you want to do Nam Japa, you can do. You can do the Nam Japa, repeat the name, but don't forget who is repeating. You may do Nam Japa of any deity, any god that you like most, and also repeat the name on the beads. But during this time, you have to know who is repeating the name, at least. Also know who is repeating, who is doing the Nam Japa, who is revolving the beads by the hands. This, of course, you have to remember. Not the hands, not the tongue. The tongue is repeating, the hand is counting the beads. It's not important. Who makes you to repeat the name, who makes you to revolve the beads by the fingers? If you ask who, find out the answer during this period. Practice. Who is enabling you to practice? That's all. Understand? Then we have to celebrate your victory, and then you have to sing yourself also a song, you see. Yes, victory, yes. Isn't it? Anything. Otherwise, some other girls I will invite today. We have to celebrate. Yes. People celebrate. You see, they are very happy when on the birth of their son or a daughter, on the marriage. But we satsang people here will celebrate when someone is free and have won freedom. Therefore, all of us have to celebrate because she is a member of our family, you see. So she has crossed the ocean. She has crossed the ocean, others are on the way, doesn't matter. We have to celebrate. Even in the ocean, we will celebrate one who is on the other shore and beyond the other shore. Yes. And whom should I suggest? This morning I spoke much about Kabir, who can sing. At this instant, I think, I remember the Kabir song that you have to unveil your face if you want to see your beloved. If you want to see your beloved, you have to remove your veil, isn't it? All veils have to be removed. And that is a very famous song of Kabir, and I like to hear again and again. But some girls have left. They are not here today, they have gone to Delhi, but quite a couple of them are here. One is Dr. Yamuna, a doctor from Germany, she is here. And Leela perhaps also. No. And Neeraja is there. Anyway, others, everybody will come. Yeah. So this time, you are here. Since when you are here?
Sorry. I arrived the 24th of July.
24th. Yesterday was Wednesday. You were not attended. Of course, doesn't matter. They will sing it.
beyond belief. God to Bantam and Naibon and Tommy, beyond belief. God to King, Father, God and Tommy, beyond belief. God to King, Father, God and Tommy, beyond belief. Toga, toga, stand, Ganga, Joga, joga, stand, Ganga, Rayoratana, beyond belief. Rayoratana, beyond belief. Got the game, but the goal and it's on him. Beyond belief. Look at the game, but the goal and it's on him. Beyond belief. Kahe Kabira, Ananda. Hare Kabira,